What in the world could be in all of these boxes? Parts for another budget PC build? Or is it tech related at all? Who knows? Well, of course it's Ryzen. But instead of what I had originally planned, there's no R5 1600X. I have something just a bit more powerful to show you today. Come one, come all, to my first, and honestly, mildly crude, PC build, all captured on camera. I'm proud to introduce to you, finally, Serana, my Ryzen 7 masterpiece. I hope you enjoy the video. We already have all the parts outside of the shipping boxes. All that's left to do is to explain my choice in hardware, then get right into putting her together. Let's start with the piece of resistance. AMD's 8-core 16-thread Ryzen 7 1700 CPU, also including the new Wraith Spire LED stock CPU cooler, which is sure to add to the red and white aesthetic I want Serana's final form to have. Performance and benchmark results will be presented in a future video, so please be sure to stay tuned for that. But rest assured that this processor will prove to be invaluable with regards to multitasking and video rendering I'll be doing on the system. I bought the Ryzen 1700 for the release MSRP of $340. Next up is the actual case, or Serana's armor, which is the Corsair Carbide 400C that is perfectly priced at $100 USD. I absolutely love the swing-out style tinted window design of the side panel. It's sleek and lets you show off the goods that lie inside. On the front panel, you're getting two USB 3 ports, a power and reset button, along with the headphone and mic port. You're getting a lot out of a case like this, such as twin 120mm fans at the front and back for bringing cool air in and hot air out, a modular 3.5-inch drive bay, plenty of space for cable management, and even a PSU shroud that helps keep the inside of your chassis clean and presentable. You're getting a premium feeling case for not that much pocket change. Pretty sweet stuff. Now what about the memory? Here we have 16GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 RAM clocked at 3000 MHz, which we could always increase in the future if we really wanted to. Realistically, unless I'm doing heavy rendering or any sort of system-intensive task that eats RAM resources like hot dogs at the ballgame, 16 gigs should be plenty. After enabling the default XMP profile in the BIOS, we should be able to get close, if not the full 3000 MHz memory clock speed, so the system should be very quick on its feet. The thing that's going to be holding all these components together is the motherboard, so what we have for this build is a Gigabyte B350 motherboard. This isn't the most flashy motherboard out there, but what we do have is at least the standard features, along with a nice red LED trim along the outside of the board, which you can't see right now because nothing is powered on, of course. Here we have a decent number of I/O ports, the actual AM4 socket itself, 4 DIMM slots for system memory as well as M.2 drive support. However, be sure your motherboard's BIOS version includes that support out of the box before you try to install your OS on that sort of drive. Speaking of M.2, here we have a 275GB 2280 M.2 drive from Crucial, and what's special about this little guy is its form factor and great price. Not only is it the size of a stick of chewing gum, but it's 2017. There is literally no excuse to not include an SSD of some sort in your PC, because like I said in my previous video, which you can find in the upper right hand corner of the screen, the price for solid-state drives are continually dropping with each passing year. The performance gain you can expect to get with switching from mechanical to flash-based storage makes such a huge difference in everyday usability, so it's more than worth the extra few dollars. And last but not least, we have the power supply, which had an impressive unboxing experience, I must say. EVGA SuperNova 750W 80+ gold fully modular power supply is going to be giving Serana the electric nectar she needs to operate at her best. And for $100, this was another component that felt like a premium product right out of the box. Modular cables made it extremely easy to only include the connectors I needed, while also helping to avoid an unnecessary jumble in the back of the case. Since I have an M.2 drive along with the 1TB SSD from Western Digital for storage, I also avoided using more than one SATA cable also, so you can imagine how easy cable management was in the end. I also want to quickly mention that, while waiting impatiently for AMD's Vega GPUs to launch sometime this year, I'll be using my Zotac GTX 1070 for the meantime. It's of course a killer card, and the red LED will fit well with the lighting arrangements I will work on in the near future. That about does it for the parts, so here's where I'll be showing you a time-lapse of what building Serana would look like. You might see parts where nothing seems to be happening, and that's mostly due to a few things that sprung up during the assembly process. Screws would magically go missing, and I did have some minor difficulties trying to insert system fan headers into the slots because... reasons. Anyway guys, enjoy the reel. My Ryzen PC was an absolute breath of fresh air to put together, because it's fairly difficult getting components in the mail, as I've said numerous times before. Nonetheless, I will continue to get awesome build ideas and machines out to you guys, along with other great content in the future. With regards to Serana, I do plan on getting some RGB strips to line on the inside of the chassis, and also figure out what I'm going to do about the GPU as soon as AMD releases more information about the EVGA-based graphics cards later on. Well, that's all I've got for now on my Ryzen 7 1700 PC build. Again, this isn't the last time you'll see her. Benchmarks and things of that sort will come shortly. Please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos, and also like this video if you enjoyed it. It helps your boy out a lot. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Rowan Hardwares, and have a fantastic weekend. See you all in the next one.